everyone. Good morning. Welcome
Good
to the Disney
morning.
Morning Show from Laughing Place. I am Kyle. I'm the executive editorial director for Laughing Place, and joining me is still not Doobie. We have Tony again. Hi, Tony.
Hi, good morning.
It's good to see you.
You as well. How's the snow?
Snowy. I People ask how much did you get? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know how to measure such things. You think I have a yardstick hanging around? Probably between 6 and 8 inches is what I'd say.
Well, you mentioned taking your dog up a hill earlier. I'm assuming the
Mhm.
hill is at least traversable with all the snow.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was easier. People with larger vehicles than I have been driving up, so there's some nice tire tracks in the road,
Okay.
so we was able to walk through those, makes it a little bit easier. It's not that steep of a hill, but up at the preschool at the top of the hill, they have large trees, and so those trees are covering that protected the wood chips underneath, so that my dog can actually get smell things and feel comfortable going
Nice.
to the bathroom. Whereas in the snow, she is not. So anyway, with that TMI, we're going to get started the way we always do. So, Tony, yesterday when we checked the stock, it was around 109.70, and right now it is at
Oh,
111.32.
you know
Sales
what did it?
have spiked.
It was that trailer
Probably,
for Alexander and the excessive adjective film. So,
yes, which we will talk about momentarily. Do we have some hellos to say in the meantime?
in the meantime, a lot of people welcoming me back here. Let me go back to this. Thanks, Jeannie. It's great to see you. Fred, also thank you. And Jeannie says good morning, and Fred also says salutations. So,
So yes, I believe 6 to 8 inches. It would be my bestest guess, but I was born in Arizona and I don't have any sense of yeah. But anyway, we're gonna check on the weather. Here's Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. All around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you? Everywhere I go, people stop and they see. 25 years old, my mother, God rest her soul. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. Yeah. Let's get to the weather. Following a foggy start to the day, Anaheim will see sunshine today and break 70 degrees for a high. Walt Disney World will hit its 80-degree high around 3 p.m. today. Unfortunately, after that, showers are expected to move in, which will also cool things down to the mid-60s. Castaway Cay will be 76 today and windy per usual. Meanwhile, Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will hit 78 again today. Some light rain may still be lingering around Disneyland Paris this evening, but that should clear shortly, leaving temps in the upper 40s. Tomorrow, Tokyo will be sunny yet again, but temperatures still won't be able to break the 50-degree mark. Shanghai will be overcast for most of the day tomorrow with a high of 47 degrees. Plus, some showers are possible in the late evening. Lastly, Hong Kong will hit 67 tomorrow with an evening low of 63. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
That's just the real theme to me now.
I don't know if I ever watch the show again. I'll see it and be like, wait, they're all thrown off. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, as Tony was mentioning, we got a new trailer for Alexander and the No Good Horrible, no, and the
Nope.
Terrible Horrible No Good Very
Okay.
Bad Road Trip. So yesterday oh wait, I just realized this is a poster. So yeah, we got the
So
poster
that came
yesterday,
yesterday. Yeah. Okay.
and we got a new trailer today, which is not in this article because this is from yesterday, and I don't feel like watching it anyway. But yeah, so we got that, and then on a related news, we also got a new little teaser for Daredevil Born Again coming to Disney Plus. And what I thought was interesting here, I'm going to mute this, but you can see here there's this bit where they really like to highlight the fact that this is going to be rated TVMA. They kind of did that with Echo as well. And with that show, see, um, with that show, I felt like that was kind of the gimmick, is that they really wanted to make sure you knew. So I thought that they almost like added scenes that were like a little bit gorier just to justify having a TVMA. Whereas this, I think they probably kind of knew from the beginning. Whereas I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of retrofitted Echo to be TVMA and make it stand out a little bit more. But anyway, this show is coming on March 4th, and it's going to be airing at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time is when it'll arrive on Disney Plus.
And Alexander and the no good, terrible, horrible, awful, contingent upon whatever bad road trip. It's March 28th, as Fred Ramirez points out. It's his grandfather's birthday.
Oh.
So, happy early birthday.
Nice. And then in addition to both of those, we also got a new look at David Blaine, Do Not Attempt, which if you were at D23, remember he did a magic trick to promote this. This will be airing on March 23rd on National Geographic. It says stream on Disney Plus and Hulu. I believe it is supposed to be the next day. We can take a look at a little bit of this as you see him. I can see why they don't want you to try this at home. That doesn't look comfortable. He looks like he's in, speaking of 90s songs, what's that one music video where the guy's just on fire?
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it right now.
It's either Spike Jonze or Michelle Gondry. I can't remember.
It definitely sounds like a Spike Jonze.
But yeah, so this will premiere, like I said, March 23rd, and you can catch that. And if you're wondering, Kyle, what's with all of these Disney Plus trailers and looks dropping at the same time? Well, it's probably because Disney gave us a full list of, full list for now. These things tend to change when they, but you can check out everything coming to Disney Plus. And we also have a separate article for Hulu, March 2025. You could see, here's all of the new content as well as the library content that you can check out on Laughing Place.
Is the Mysterious Benedict Society coming back yet?
I don't think so, unfortunately. I really wanted to. But Tony, now we're going to move to a segment that I'm calling Barely Barely.
Okay. That's obviously referencing our merchandise show, right?
Yeah, which means that you're going to talk about 2 pieces of merchandise.
I thought it was 3, but okay.
Let me see.
Up here we have
it is 3. You're right.
Forgive me if I butcher this. Sakura plush line of...
it's acceptable. Do you know what Sakura is?
No.
It's cherry blossom. It's just Japanese for cherry blossom.
Well, that explains why they have like a leafy texture to them. But it's all...
Leafy. We're going for leafy.
It's all kinds of different cute, cuddly characters. Mostly Winnie the Pooh, but Baymax as well. Eating ice cream. How does Baymax eat ice cream? That's what I want to know.
Probably mochi.
Either way, how does he eat it?
I don't know.
I just feel like he's holding it. And then you have Stitch. Either way, I sense our family bank account going south because of these, because my wife loves all of them. So
yeah, there's his mochi stick.
Yep.
And his little flower crown.
Because it's a cherry blossom.
Speaking of, well, I guess you didn't have to drain your bank account for this because our good friends at Roosevelt's probably hooked you up. But Tony, I know you have to be a big fan of this set, and I know exactly which one is your favorite. Let me see. Is it this one?
So yes, asterisk.
Okay.
When they teased it, it definitely was my favorite. Roosevelt's, like you said, hooked me up. They hooked me up with the shirt that I'm wearing here now. Not to catch you off guard, from the Goofy movie collection. This one's very similar in that it's concept art, but then as I looked closer at it, I realized they snuck in some of the like the Andy's coloring book style sketches that are actually in the film, not just concept art. So that kind of, in my book, brought it down just a little bit because it takes actual concept art and mixes it with the childlike one. And there's words on it.
Non-canonical,
like
non-canonical.
And beyond. Basically, if you really want to get technical, they also, in the early concept art for Toy Story, they let the artists keep their signatures in it. And that is not featured. But yeah, that one is my favorite. But I did, that is Toy Story. But I did like another one a lot. If you keep going down.
Yeah.
It's the alien one.
Oh, yes.
That one right there. That one's fantastic. I love everything about that one. If you zoom in too, you can see another outline of it. So it's like the different motions, which I think is cool.
It's like the zoetrope.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
It also reminds me of like a sci-fi diner, like that very 50s table where the boomerang and things.
I also was tracking which ones were selling and out and whatnot. On the one that went, not surprisingly, is the Pizza Planet one. It's a black one with like neon green, as well as that one and the one above it are the ones that I've noticed have sold out so far.
Interesting. I really like the Roper. I didn't know how I would feel about Ropers, but I got one and I actually really like it. And I think this one's fun with the shark and the...
Yeah, that's not the deepest of cut, but not a surface level Toy Story thing. But I enjoy that a lot. I've not tried a Roper.
They're interesting. So like the buttons are kind of cold if you're not wearing
Okay.
like an undershirt. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, I actually like it. I don't know if I pull it off, but I appreciate it. And as you might have been able to tell, while this is celebrating the 30th anniversary of
Yep.
the original film, there's elements from all 4 current films.
Yeah.
So,
Especially excuse me, with the solid black one that has all the characters. One of my best friends asked if there was a Benson shirt if I was going to get it, and I said 1,000%. But there
The
is no
soap
Benson
spinoff?
shirt. No, not the soap
Wow.
spinoff. The ventriloquist dummies that made Toy Story 4 a horror film for a minute.
Yeah. Well, then finally,
Villainous is coming up with a new compact, speedier version, which I thought was surprising because the real one's not completely time consuming.
well, there's the real one, and then they have the streamlined version, and now this
Yep.
is an even more dumbed down version. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Based on everything I was interpreting. Because you
Dumbed
only
down
have
used, of course, lovingly.
because it sounds like this one you only need 4 tokens to win, which is in the real version 1 round with Prince John. So
So it stops more quickly. So naturally,
Yeah.
they called it unstoppable.
that's what it sounds like. And then they promised another expansion, or I forget, expand alone. Is that the term they use?
Yeah,
Expandalone?
those expandalones.
That they promised one that will also feature the first live action villain.
Oh.
While it's unconfirmed, I predict it's going to be the dad's girlfriend from the 1998 remake of The Parent Trap.
Yep,
So,
100%. There's no
Who-
doubt about it.
who also played Pam Pulsar in the Space Mountain Q. But,
Or it could
yes.
be Doom, Doctor Doom, whatever his name.
Judge Doom.
Judge Doom. Yes. Sorry.
So
I was
you
like,
do
that's
what
not
I
right,
do
that's right.
backwards.
Yeah.
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 That's So, I every time I see Doctor Doom, I call him Judge Doom at Islands of Adventure, and he gets mad at me.
Well, back into the theme parks after our jaunt into the world of merchandise. Yesterday, Jeremiah was at EPCOT. The Flower and Garden Festival doesn't kick off until March 5th. But look at this. So many topiaries already popping up. They don't
Yep.
do those things overnight. And that includes the return of Phineas and Ferb. They haven't been there for a while because they haven't had a show for a while, but their show's
Yep.
coming back, so they came back.
I think it's been 8 years since they were there last, but yeah.
I think it's been 84 years, Tony. But yeah, so you can take a look at some of the topiaries that have come back.
So I'd like to point out we're
Already?
still in the midst of the Festival of the Arts,
Mhm.
but don't mind all of this getting installed.
Yeah, it's the best. I was gonna say, oh no, that ended, and then I'm like, nope. I remember that we have a story later that suggests that that is not the case.
I think it's the end of February when it ends, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't. They didn't give enough time to switch over. But yes, March 5th is when the Flower and Garden Festival officially returns to Epcot. Probably my favorite Epcot festival, having not been to the Festival of the Arts, and it goes through June 2nd this year.
That one's mine.
What?
The Festival of the Arts is my favorite.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, Fred
But
Ramirez.
speaking of
doing
yours,
his
this
best
is-
Judge Doom.
This is your story, as I'm sure. I don't know if you've watched any of the show yet, but you've definitely seen this behind
I
the
have
scenes.
not, but I have watched the behind the scenes. I am watching it later. Unfortunately, fortunately for Alex, and I'm sure he did a great review, which you'll talk about later as well. But I have
Maybe
not
very,
been
very
privy-
soon.
Yeah, but I have not been privy to any of this yet, outside of clips, trailers, and behind the scenes things, like the one that released yesterday that featured Pete Docter, Kerry Hobson, and Yates. Not the
Yates.
philosophist, or philosopher. But talking about how it's very different than their 28 features because it's the first long form series with 8 full episodes that'll be releasing. There's 2 that dropped today, and then they'll be releasing weekly from then. All told from a different perspective of somebody involved with this baseball game.
Yes. Well, with that, since you mentioned that Alex reviewed it, let's get straight to.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
I'm not going to say it because I don't want to offend you, so I'm not going to do our usual segue. But yes, Alex got to review this new show. His headline is Pixar's Win or Lose swings big with heart and perspective. His subhead is Pixar's first original series hits a home run, parentheses, mostly. And his final paragraph, based on the visual design and premise, viewers are likely expecting something a little more lively and a lot more funny. Reset your expectation, and you're sure to find something meaningful over the course of Pixar's 8-part saga. As the title suggests, success and failure are personal goals, their benchmarks changing from person to person. At the heart of Win or Lose, that seems to be the goal, a reminder to take time and evaluate what really matters. It's about perspective, and therein lies the poetic brilliance of the show that is constantly shifting focus. And he gave it a 4 out of 5 chicken mascots.
Okay.
So there you go.
I'll understand what that means later.
Once you get a chance to see the first 2 episodes, we will have to have you back on, even if it's just as a pop-up instead of a co-hosting. Let us know how many.
Well, at this rate, it might be
official
official co-host. So
yes, the official fill-in. You're the Joan Rivers of the morning show.
Oh, that means I'm not getting one at all later on. But okay.
Well, you'll get a show. It just won't last very long.
And the rest. And on a different network.
Yes.
Yep.
You could be Chevy Chase if you want. He got a show too, or Thick of the Night. We're just talking about failed talk shows now, so we're going to move on and talk about a special convention that's taking place in Los Angeles, and there's going to be some notable Disney people with Disney connections there. So this is the MultiCon 2025, and this will benefit the Los Angeles wildfire recovery. Some of the guests we noticed: Sean Gunn, Seth Green, Vivian Lyra Blair, who was the young Leia in whatever that was, Obi-Wan. This will take place Saturday, the 22nd. So this weekend, if you're in the Los Angeles area, it'll be at the Preserve in Los Angeles. And as I mentioned, it benefits the Los Angeles wildfire recovery. So yeah, pretty cool event they have going on there. And Kevin Smith will be there. He's always a good time, whether you really like him or not. But Tony, talk to me about Volcano Bay Nights.
So Volcano Bay Nights is jumping on the trend of after-hours events at water parks. Volcano Bay being, no offense to Typhoon Lagoon, the most beautiful of these water parks, to a point where they call it the third theme park, which I disagree with. It's a water theme park, I'll give you that. But it's going to be very pretty at night. $99 will get you 3 hours of exclusive access to the park, but you can go in at 4. So you have about 6 hours total with the $99 ticket. It includes some appetizers, and it includes a freestyle cup, so you can drink non-alcoholic beverages all night long while having minimal wait times to the attractions.
Don't pee in the pool though. Just
no, don't do that.
When you're drinking your unlimited beverages. And yeah, those are on sale now. Are you gonna? Are you thinking about attending?
We thought about it, and then we realized it was just the 3 hours. So we said no, because it was it's 7 to 10 p.m. I said if it was 7 to midnight, I think you'd have more of our attention. But yeah,
fair enough. Well, Mindy Kaling, who a lot of people know from The Office, you also might know her from the Mindy Project, which
or Inside Out. See also yesterday's talk about
the first, as seen in the first Inside Out, or the first Ralph Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
But yeah, she the Mindy Project, I think it was on Fox, and then it got moved to Hulu for the last season. Anyway, she's coming back to Hulu. She is the creator of a new series called Not Suitable for Work. She'll produce alongside. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen all of a sudden. I don't know how that even happened. Anyway, so she'll be producing alongside Charlie Grandy, and because she has a first look deal with Warner Brothers, the show will be produced by Warner Brothers, which is a bit rare for Hulu. Usually all the stuff is produced by 20th Television. But anyway, that'll be happening soon.
I also saw that she got a Walk of Fame star recently too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so fun fact, I sat next to her one time at a Frances Ha, the Noah Baumbach movie, at the ArcLight, the now defunct ArcLight. And it's assigned seating. We bought our tickets ahead of time, so I didn't know I was going to be sitting next to her. And the people that she was with just kind of looked at us like but it took me, we sit down, we talk, I'm like, oh, that's Mindy Kaling. Okay, cool.
But did she know she was going to be sitting next to you?
I don't think she did. I think she was a little trepidation. I mean, we had like a seat between us, but yeah, the people, because it wasn't like a very full theater, I'm like, well, we bought our tickets first. There was no one in this row when we bought the tickets. So you kind of chose to sit next to us. You just didn't know it. But anyway, let's go. So as we've talked about before, our normal co-host Doobie is a huge fan of the Bath and Body Works shower gels, and so when they came out with the Princess collection, you better believe he was excited. And he did a live, what he calls it. He calls them flavors, and does a tasting,
which sadly has carried into my vocabulary regarding Bath and Body Works, and I'm not too fond of it, but it happens.
So he posted a video on his Facebook, tasting all of the scents and giving his thoughts. And so then we went ahead and turned that into one of the latest installment of our recurring segment, Ranked, which is usually about like theme park attractions. But he ranked all of the scents. I won't spoil all of them, but you can see what the scents are, what the scent note are, his overall verdict, and a quote from one of his videos. And then you can see which one he liked best. For now, he has to actually, this is just based on, the first sniff. He's got to actually try them out and see which one he ultimately likes better. So there might be an update to that article, but for now, you can check out what his rankings are.
Well, Nikki B also wants to point out she walked in while the Around LP tune was going, starts doing, she says the Jolly Trolley move. It's the spinning buttercup thing in Goofy's yard. I know that specifically because I filmed one myself that will never see the light of day, apparently. And then Doobie says he's so proud. I'm guessing of us adopting the term flavors.
But that spinning thing that they're doing in the intro is the Jolly. They were mimicking the Jolly Trolley.
Oh, it was the Jolly Trolley? I thought it was because everybody
got the same music. I could see why you're confused.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I have learned something today. So sorry, Nikki B. I stand corrected.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Tony apparently didn't know I had that in my arsenal.
That was no, I did not.
The fun stuff. So last night, Jeremiah was at the Festival of the Arts seeing their concert when something kind of special happened. The performers, Kara Lindsay is her name. She was in Newsies on Broadway or touring. I don't really know. But anyway, some of her co-stars from that surprised her. They kind of pop up and you can see her. We can listen to it.
Being famous pay, you don't need money when you're famous.
Cameo by that guy.
Yep.
She's taken aback. She doesn't know that this is happening. She also at one point says she doesn't know the song, so she's like, what am I supposed to participate in this? Anyway, so yes, you can check that out on our YouTube and on
laughingplace.com. It was the finale show.
No, wasn't even. I thought it was. I just assumed it was when I heard that we had this moment. So yeah, be sure to check that out. It's very cute.
Fred's asking where he can find that Toy Story set of the shirts. That would be at roosevelts.com, RSVLTS.
Yeah, sorry, you're already on it.
RSVLTS.com.
Well, we got a couple of pocket picks today. The first one is we've talked before about how Tokyo Disney Sea had created a special wrapped Shinkansen. I'm going to mute this. For Fantasy Springs. And now we have a little video look at it. And I just want to share because, first of all, it looks really cool. But also, if you've never watched Japanese TV, this is what all Japanese television that I've experienced looks like. There's just a very specific style to it with the chyrons and even let me see if I can fast forward to the part where she's actually on the train, these big outlined things, and then just the camera quality of it. I don't know. There's something very specific about it. I'm like, yep,
that's true. No, yeah.
Very true. Yeah. So I thought that was fun. But Tony, you have a very special embedded pocket pick. Let's see
I
how this
do.
goes.
I'm doing it the way I do. If you ever watch a live stream with me, I kind of take over the stream when we're in the walk and talks in the parks and throw some retro stuff, especially if I'm with Mike, like I am later today.
We'll get there.
Yep. But here's what I found. If you've ever been on Disneyland Splash Mountain / Tiana's Bayou Adventure, compared to Walt Disney World's, it's devastating. Someone found out.
This is me before Tiana's Bayou.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if they particularly want that footage going out there of her screaming, "I don't like this ride," but
Doobie, from now on, we're gonna have to download your TikToks and do it this way so we can both like stare at it like that. But Tony, it's time for your quiz. I will tell you it's a short day. We only got 2 of them.
Oh,
But both of them are people's birthdays.
oh, okay.
And none of them had good poems. So I'm just going to tell you some of their credits. On this day, 1955, someone was born. Some of their Disney credits include the My Favorite Martian and Arachnophobia.
I thought Christopher Lloyd at first.
Right, he is in the first movie, yes, but
Yeah.
Arachnophobia.
Then I go John Goodman,
No.
but I don't remember him being in My Favorite Martian. Jeff, Dumb and Dumber dude.
Jeff Dumb and Dumber Dude Daniels. That is
Thank you,
correct.
Daniels. Jeff
But
Daniels.
this is his full name.
Yep.
Finally, our second one today. I will give you their Disney credits, and then if you don't get that, then I'll give you the one that people would actually know them from.
Okay.
Her from, I'll just tell you the gender. 2004, that's another hint.
Okay.
Her Disney credits include Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, Modern Family, and Grey's Anatomy. She played a young Alice on Once Upon a Time in Wonderland.
Modern Family. Was she a regular in Modern Family?
I don't think so. At least not that I know of.
I'm gonna say I don't know this one.
Okay, well, her big role is in Stranger Things.
Again, I'm gonna say.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh,
That's
okay.
her on
right.
Once Upon a Time
You know
in
what?
Wonderland.
I was scrolling earlier and all I saw was her birthday. I should have processed that. Did not know she had any Disney credits, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't either until I went to thisdayindisneyhistory.com. But Tony, why don't you go ahead and tell us what we have coming up today while we wait for the top of the hour to see if there's any other breaking news.
Okay, later on today at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Eastern, I will be walking around with Mike Celestino at Disneyland, even though I'm in Florida via our live walk and talk live stream.
Through the magic of the internet.
Through the magic of the internet. And so, you know what I think about a lot? I remember about 20 years ago, I was in college. And there was a guy who went around and he was going to spend like a month at Walt Disney World. Like he had saved up to basically live at Disney World and bounce through the hotels. And he had like a backpack on and it would like stream a live picture every 30 seconds on his website of where he was and what he was doing. And I remember distinctly watching him watch Festival of the Lion King. So every 30 seconds, it was a different picture of Festival of the Lion King. And now I think how we do that for fun on a random day. Now we'll just go and stream a show. So,
yep, that sounds about right.
Yep.
I'm not seeing any breaking news at the moment. I will check our patented Twitter list, see if there's anything there. But otherwise, we'll call it a day.
Do we still own that patent?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we still have 90 something years, so it hasn't been that
Okay.
long.
All right.
I mean, you've been out of college for 20 years, and I want everyone to know that. But otherwise, yeah, we're good. So thank you again, everyone, for watching us. Make sure to tune in to that walk and talk later. It's always fun when Tony and Mike walk around the park together.
Yep.
So subscribe, ring the bell so you know when we go live. And we'll be back tomorrow in some capacity. Potentially Doobie. Maybe Tony. He might be off tomorrow. I have no idea.
I'm later, but I'll still be around in time. So
We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.